Alright, welcome back to another episode of Driveway Shop. I've got a bunch of scrap laid out here. I'm going to build something out of it. Okay, the bolts aren't exactly scrap, but they're going to become other stuff. And I may even reuse both of these nacelles from the SR-71 build. But I may not because they're not quite long enough to machine. So hang out for a while. Let's see what I build. Got this piece already marked out, roughly 2 inches square. It's going to be a circle when I'm done, but I need to start with a square. Get my grindage on, so hearing protection. And hand protection. And eye protection. Yeah, who put the camera in the way? And I will be using pieces of this as well for other couple other pieces. Good. I'll put that in my scrap pile. Get my welding table set up. So, set up for welding, and I brutally clipped the head off a bolt. I did that off camera so you didn't have to watch. I'm going to build up a ring of weld around the middle of this. It needs to be around 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little more. Let's go another ring. Look at that. Don't touch. That's hot. I got way too much. Perfect. I've got a post welded to the center of it so I can machine it. Drill press. And it's fairly well centered. So, let me get out my carbide cutters and go to town. First thing, I need to round it. Yep, A little more to go. Get you in here to look at it. There we go. Yeah, the welds look crappy. Pretty soon they won't. A grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't. Although in this case, doesn't matter. I'm getting there. Just a couple of low spots. One more round of grindage. Okay, I spun the bottom a little bit too. I got the drill press laying down so I can inspect my work. Rough the shape in and then go from there. Got it just about there. You can see right there. Still just a touch low. Let's grind it some more. I don't have much room for a lathe, but if somebody wanted to sponsor me, I wouldn't complain. Got it about where I want. Right now I'm going to smooth it out some more. I got 80 grit on my roll lock. I'm going to bump it up to 120. Smoother. Do one more round before I pick it up. Profile. It's upside down, but that should work. This profile is going to need a little more work. All right, next project is to turn the head off of this bolt. Going to need about 2 inches of that. I blacked it because it's not very smooth, so I'm going to hit it with some files, identify where the highs and lows are. You can see my progress there, lows and highs. They're almost identical, which is good enough for me. And this project, I've got the next piece. Come on, focus. There we go. I've got the next piece prepped and marked. It's going to taper off at the end there, And that's how long it's going to be. It's going to taper this way and then back. And then I'll have to do some hand shaping. Okay, so that experiment did not work. I turned off the threads and didn't notice that in doing so, it somehow put the center off center. So when I started turning this one, you can see it too is off center. I grabbed another bolt, which incidentally was off the handle for my rotisserie. I'm never going to use it again, so I just cut that off. So I've got it marked ready to turn. And if I ever have to do another rotisserie, I'll make another handle that I like better. That is darn near the shape that I need. I got to cut a little notch out of it and cut some slits in it somehow for welding pieces on. But that is how far that piece looks. Came out a lot better once that I had it centered. Close to assembly. Of course, these 4 pieces all need to be trimmed down a little, but I've left them long for handling and welding purposes. Guess what it is yet? A little bit of Dremel work. I've got the welded side all rough shaped. I need to go hit it with the 120 grit on the die grinder. I don't think it'll fit in my Rolox will fit on the, no, that's an 1/8 inch and those are 1/4 inch, call it. Anyway, and I've got a slot cut. This is the bottom side. So let me go see if I can polish that up a little bit. Alright, I got a little more assembly done here. It's starting to look like something familiar, I think. Dremel that just to shape it a little and alright, set up for welding. I already tacked it here just so I could get it aligned, but I'll get these on and I'll probably have to trim this piece off. And then I can stick those on. Needs a little bit of adjusting, but whoa. There it is. Then I need to make a mount for it. It's time to make the base. The part that mounts onto the hood. Now normally what I do is I take this 1/2 inch square stock, I weld a 1/4 20 nut to it, weld it, add a little bit of extra weld so I can shape it to make the diamond shape that fits in the pocket where the hood ornament rests on the truck. And then I adjust the other end, bent or whatever, to fit the hood ornament. So I was thinking I would transition this to round, weld in a piece of round stock or bar or something, throw it on my vertical lathe, the drill press and turn it so the transition goes from square to round. Such as this piece of leftover from actually whatever this part of the ship is called, engineering, and it fits in there very, very well. Just weld it in, turn it, and then plop the Enterprise on top of that. And normally I have one of the flat edges facing the front. Boom, like that. And you can see it's kind of a diamond shape with the square edges on the sides. So I was just thinking I would just change it up a little and put the diamond, which is pretty cool, I think. I'll do that on another one because I came up with a better idea. Stay down there. I've got this 1/4-20 coupling that will look pretty neat with that sitting on top of it. Not bent, of course. So I will do that. All I need to do is add a little weld and shape it, because this will just spin freely and I don't want it spinning off easy while I'm driving or someone stealing it or whatever. So let's make a base. Since I'll be welding right on the end, I just want to protect the threads. So I've just got a 1/4-20 bolt threaded in there. So I'll weld up about a 1/4 inch or so, probably 1/2 inch, in 4 places, and then go check it. I'll fill in the extra after I get the sizing right. Right, I've got it the post set up on here. It doesn't sit down square. Got to adjust a little on the front and the back. The sides are okay. It doesn't spin, but it's just a little too long. A little shaven and it's a lot better. Doesn't spin any. So now I just got to fill up the gaps on the sides, shape it a little. And there we go, where no hood ornament has gone before. Hope you enjoyed it. I did. Anyway, till next time, thanks for watching.